Hey guys, Nicole Malliotakis here. I want to give you a few seconds for people to log on because it's important that you know the latest lawsuit that we have filed against Governor Kathy Hochul. Hi Aaron, thanks for joining. Give a few more seconds because I want everyone to understand that we have multiple lawsuits out there for various reasons. And these are lawsuits that we've had to file because the Democrats are not respecting the wishes of the people of the state of New York. Give it a few more seconds. I see people are joining us. Hi Margaret, hi Dee, thanks for coming on, and just want to let a few more seconds go by so people can join us before I start, because it's important for people to understand, because I'm tired of people going on my page say do something. You need to know that we're doing things and we're trying our best here despite New York being under the control of the Democrats at the city level, state level, and even the federal level. A few more seconds and then I'll start. So I want everyone to pass on this information. It's really important. Unfortunately, we have had to go to court to try to stop what the Democrats are doing. As you know, here in the city, they control everything, every single level, from City Hall to all the executive offices. On the federal level, same thing. The Senate, the White House, we have the majority in the House, but nonetheless, it's 2 against 1. And in the state level, all the executive offices and state legislature controlled by Democrats. So we can't pass legislation and make it law if the Democrats don't join us. And of course they're not joining us. And instead what they're doing is they're jamming through pieces of legislation that are against the will of the people of the state. You need to know that you are paying tax dollars, so they fight us in court every single step of the way. All the things that you guys are unhappy about right now, from the migrant shelters to congestion pricing to the attempt to give non-citizens the ability to vote, the attempt to change our election laws. We are challenging all this stuff in court because the Democrats, right, they're doing this against your will. So we have to fight them, and the legal route is the only thing we have right now. So yesterday, the governor signed into law legislation that would allow for mail-in voting. No excuse mail-in voting. This was something that the people of the state rejected in 2021 in a ballot referendum. But the Democrats don't give a damn. They decided to do it anyway. And guess what? It's against the Constitution. They tried to change the Constitution in the referendum. You all rejected it in 2021 at the ballot box, and here they are trying to do it anyway. So, Elise Stefanik, myself, Republican Party, Conservative Party, we are suing. How dare these people go against the will of the voters? Again. Now, this is added to the other lawsuit that we have to stop non-citizens from voting in our elections. This was a bill Mayor de Blasio passed on the way out the door. Eric Adams had an opportunity to veto it, chose not to. It went into effect. Local Republicans, we sued to stop it. We won in court. Eric Adams is using your tax dollars to now appeal that decision. The case was heard, appellate, we're waiting for that decision to come down. Why is this important? Well, all these individuals that are coming and being housed in New York City from other countries, they will be able to register to vote in municipal elections if they are in New York City for just 30 days, if they receive work authorization. President Biden yesterday announced he's going to give a bunch of individuals from Venezuela work authorization. So it opens the door for them to be able to register to vote in municipal elections. We right now have that entire law on hold. We need to win in the appellate court. That's going to be the key here to make sure that law is struck for good. Now, we're also suing to stop the migrant encampment at Floyd Bennett Field. This is important because I think it sets a precedent for all our national parks. As you know, I'm trying a legislative angle to stop any leases for migrant camps in federal lands and also our military bases. I've actually had to do that because Kathy Hochul is even requesting military bases. Completely outrageous in a post 9/11 world that we're going to have citizens of other countries living at our military bases. So we're trying that legislative angle, but the lawsuit we have on Floyd Bennett is very, very important. We must win it, and we're going to follow through. We're also looking at a federal angle there, and we're also having a hearing next week in Washington where we're going to bring in the Department of the Interior and National Park Service so they can answer questions as to why they believe legally they had the right to sign this lease, because we believe that they don't have that right to do so. And so Congress is also exercising its checks and balances there as well. Lastly, or actually we have three more lawsuits. St. John's Villa Academy, local elected officials, Borough President Vito Fasella, myself, all the other locals, we're suing there. That was just heard in court last week. We are waiting for that decision. Obviously, that is a zoning lawsuit. St. John's Villa is zoned to be a school. It was supposed to be another 1,000-seat school in the public school system. Mayor chose to, in violation of our zoning laws, turn it into housing. So that's that lawsuit. We're waiting for that decision. Should come down any day now from State Supreme Court. Wayne Ozzy's the judge. Congestion pricing. As you know, New Jersey is suing. I've been working with my colleagues in New Jersey to oppose this. The lawsuit is saying that the federal government shortcutted this. They didn't follow the proper NEPA law, which is an environmental protection law. MTA is trying to rush this thing through, not following the law, not completing a full and thorough environmental impact statement. I think that is a very good lawsuit. We have a very good chance of slowing this thing down. Again, I'm working on a legislative angle as well, but I think the lawsuit is good and could potentially stop this thing in its tracks. And then lastly, redistricting. Of course, because I'm fighting all these Democrats in New York, they're trying to redistrict us. They want to change our maps again. They want to get rid of us. They want to get rid of people like me who are calling them out. They don't want any checks and balances in this state. So Kathy Hochul, the Attorney General, went to the court to say that the independently drawn maps of last year that were court-ordered, appointed by an independent special master, were no good. Somehow they didn't think that was fair, that they were independently drawn. Of course, they want that power back. That is what this lawsuit is about. Zero legal basis to do this. Zero. Honestly, they should not win this lawsuit, but you never know what'll happen. They shifted the seats on the court, so we don't know what'll happen at this point. But nonetheless, we are in the court. We're in the appellate court on that. And if they win, we will see new maps being drawn for me and others. As you know, my district was the reason the maps were thrown out to begin with, because they egregiously gerrymandered my district to try to move me all the way down to Park Slope, Brooklyn, so Bill de Blasio could run. You guys remember that. And that is why the whole map for the state got thrown out. We got fair, independently drawn maps, which is what the people, again, in the referendum said. They said they did not want Albany drawing the maps. They wanted them to be independently done. And this is another example of where the Democrats ignore the will of the people and are trying to take power back. And they don't give a damn what you think. They don't care how you voted in a referendum. They want the power because they want to eliminate us. And this is an important one, because if they redraw the maps to tilt the scale to give them an advantage, then we're not going to be here to be able to fight. And so that is why that is an important lawsuit as well. So those are all the legal things I've been working on. I just want to give you guys an update, because when I see people say do something, hey, I'm doing whatever I can. All right, we're really trying hard here and using every possible tool to fight back. But the most important tool is you, the people. You cannot continue to vote for these people and put them in power. Look what they are doing. They are working against you. They are working against us. And so I hope this is a wake-up call for people to recognize you have the power to vote these clowns out, and that's what we need you to do. So that way we have a more balanced city, state, and federal level. Thank you. God bless. And I'm here in Washington still, but I look forward to seeing you guys home soon.